What is going on? Raider Soda Dragon here. Welcome and hope you guys are doing well. So what have I got for you guys today? Well, I have Raf-Matab soloing Bommal hard 90. And the cool thing is, if you include Masteries and a speed aura, he does not have to be that fast. So for hard 90, from gear alone, we're only looking at a speed of about 176 to 187 speed. And on top of that, we're adding the speed from the Masteries and the speed aura. So as you guys can see, I have my Raf-Matab in region and immortal gear, pretty much the standard when you're talking about soloing Bommal. Another important thing about this build is it is not high resist, though it is high HP. So here are Raf-Matab's total stats, but the most important ones here are only two. It's going to be HP, so we have 111,000, and we have the speed 215. So you guys might be saying, well, what about his speed? Wait a second, didn't you say 176 to 187? Yes, I did, but that was if you had speed increasing masteries like Whirlwind of Death or Spirit Haste. If you don't, which this current build does not have, then yes, you're going to need to increase that speed from gear. Now I am using a speed aura, so that lessens the amount of speed that I have to use, but if you don't have a speed aura either, then yes, you're going to need to get all that extra speed from gear. So to simplify things, how much total speed do you need for your character, including everything? Masteries, aura, everything. How much total speed do you need for hard 90? It's going to be between 239 and 249 speed. That is the absolute total speed that you need, including everything. So what about this HP number? I know it looks really high, but what would the minimums for HP be? I would say the minimum that you want to shoot for is 100,000 for hard 90. And even that's cutting it a little close. To be honest with you guys, these kind of HP stats are pretty normal for a hard 90 solo. Obviously, the lower down you get, the less requirements you're going to have. But man, for that HP number, it's going to have to be really, really high no matter who you use, whether it's Crimson Helm, Helicath, whoever. It's still going to need to be really high. So yeah, you're going to have really good gear with good HP percentage substats, HP percentage gloves, HP percentage chest, and an HP percentage boot. Because the thing you need to survive are double bombs. I'm not talking about the big dread bombs, those single bombs that Bommal puts on you. You need to survive them when he puts two of them on you at the same time. So that is what all this high HP is for, to survive those instances of double bombs. So the thing with this run is there's a lot of RNG involved. So where does the RNG come in? Well, sometimes he's supposed to strip your block damage off, and that's when you get the double bomb. So if he does strip it off, sometimes you get those double bombs, but sometimes he will fail to strip your block damage. And other times he will strip your block damage, but fail to put the bombs on you. So those are all obviously safe situations, but sometimes he strips your block damage and puts double bombs on you. So all three scenarios can happen. That's what you have to be prepared for with this really high HP number. So if this run isn't working for you, then you know what? You can give it more than one shot, because once again, there's a lot of RNG involved in this. That being said, if you can get your HP to this number here and the defense and obviously the speed, you know what? This is very consistent. Very, very consistent. I'd say 85–90% success rate. The only time I really fail is if I fail to put up the block damage at the right time. Another cool thing about this run is I believe that it is full auto if you do not book out your Raf-Matab, because I mean, I've counted all the turns, and basically you need that block damage up once every 4 turns, and unbooked, that block damage is available once every 4 turns. Now I have mine booked, so I can't really test this out, but I literally counted going through the run, and it's always on 4 turns that you need that block damage. So, you know, theoretically, if you have an unbooked Raf-Matab, after you sync up the first block damage to the bombs, you can just put it on auto. So if you guys have an unbooked Raf-Matab, please try this out and let me know. But as far as just my actual counting of the turns required for the block damage, it seemed like it would perfectly sync up with an unbooked Raf-Matab. So as far as Raf-Matab's masteries, yes, I mentioned I don't have any speed increase in masteries. If you do want to use them, man, they can shave off 42 speed that are required off your gear. So really good if you're struggling with your region and immortal gear. So the masteries here would be firstly Whirlwind of Death. So you're going to have Raf-Matab give the killing blow to 3 enemies. When he does that, he's going to get the full bonus from this Whirlwind of Death. And here also, you're going to need Spirit Haste. So this gives him a spirit boost when his allies are dead, up to 3 allies. So both of these together are going to give you 42 speed, which is absolutely huge. So definitely, if you're tight on your speed requirements from your gear, then definitely get Spirit Haste and Whirlwind of Death. And another thing we have here, which is pretty much required in my opinion, is War Master. So you're getting bonus damage based off enemy max HP. And man, if you try without it, oh, it is killer. You're just not doing that much damage. You're probably going to reach the turn limit. You might not even kill him. You know, that 1500 turn limit. So definitely War Master would be a really good choice to speed up this run. Another really important thing about this fight that I have to mention, and I can't forget to tell you guys it's that important, is that Raf-Matab must meet Bommal by himself. When he goes to the third round, that is, you actually, fight Bommal, he must be alone. It does not matter if you have any speed increasing masteries or not. That's not the point. He must be alone. I showed you guys, I don't have any speed increasing masteries. It's not because of spear haste or anything like that. He must meet Bommal alone, or else the turn order is going to be messed up. He's not going to be able to sync up his block damage with the bombs, all right? So things are going to be messed up if you meet Bommal with anything other than a solo Raf-Matab. So once again, whether or not you're using any speed increasing masteries, spear haste, or whatever, it doesn't matter. He must meet Bommal alone. So because I booked out my Raf-Matab, I had to manual this run. So what am I doing? I'm A1ing Bommal until those bombs are about to explode. So I'm always looking at the turn meter of the bombs. Or actually, I was just counting in my head. That's pretty much it. So basically, right before the bombs explode, you want to use that A2 and put up that block damage. Now, because this occurs once every 4 turns, as I mentioned, if you have an unbooked Raf-Matab, you should be able to put it on auto after you sync up the first block damage to the first Dread Bomb explosion. But as I mentioned, sometimes you will get that block damage stripped off. Sometimes you'll get double bombs because it's stripped off. Sometimes you'll get no bombs even though it's stripped off. So a lot of different things can happen. That's why I have so much HP to deal with whatever happens with Bommal, whether or not you get those regular bombs or not. So you guys can see I have Lady Kimmy here for her speed aura in Doom Tower battles. And it's crazy. It's 30%, like one of the highest, if not the highest, in Doom Tower battles. So whatever speed aura you have, just go ahead and calculate that in with the masteries if you're using them and with the gear. Remember, you're shooting for between 239 and 249 total speed, including everything. So if you have a different speed aura, that's fine. Just calculate everything. Once again, between 239 and 249 speed. So guys, if you're going to give the full auto unbooked Raf-Matab setup a try, make sure you go to round 3 for Raf-Matab and turn off this A3 right here. So you're not going to need that at all. Alright guys, that's it. I hope this helps you get through Bommal Hard 90. Remember guys, if you're trying this Unbooked going on full auto, let me know if it worked. Thanks for watching, and if you guys haven't yet, like, subscribe, and share, turn on all notifications, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.